Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah, this Bible got me lifted. My repentance be my sentence. I come with submission. See my vision if you listen. It becomes a mission. It's my decision. Wickedness a limit. You get it. The spirit might be shifting. Her legs heart might be lifting. Is this the way we living? We caught up with the sinning. They grinning, so grind on. We all gotta get our shine on. We close, gotta keep the light on. In this shoot, we get our fight on. It's a different kind of time zone. Scriptures what my mind on. Chariots I might fly home. Spinning like a cyclone. Fast I can watch my iPhone. Precepts got my mind blown. Alexander Drake will so break you with the dry bones. Esau might just cry for his life with a dry eye. Baby for the lies they despise that we get right. The system gave us no strike. They talking but it's just hype. I just gotta get right. Take the caught up in our miss life. I should just wait for the morning for the come. I should just wait for the morning for it all. Repent, huh? Yeah, huh? I should just wait for the morning for it all. Repent.
The Most High said that his word won't return back into him void. It's playing out before y'all eyes, so that's why y'all paranoid.
Don't wanna get caught up when my name is brought up when the Most High comes back. So I'm keeping the laws, I ain't playing with y'all. Gotta get my life on track. Put my God first, so do your worst when he come back. That's that. Most High and me, they hate to see. I just let them ducks quack. Did I forget to mention? I don't need your attention. I'm in the scriptures daily, and I also wear my fringes. Don't keep up with the Joneses. I'm living in the moment. I'm clearing out my keepers to get ready for atonement. Can't you hear it? How the spirit keeps me towards up. On my game, I can't complain. I keep my sword up. When it come back this time, I'm ready. Matthew 24:44 said it. For my sins, his blood, he shed it. Read his book, let's go, let's get it. Ain't got a lot coming with the Most High. You look, you can find me on top of the shelf. If you don't take, he better not blame it on me. Only person responsible is yourself. Understand you can do it too. No matter the card you was dealt. From cloudy skies to a paradise, and ain't no telling what's next. Holly fade, but and we blessed. Put us above the rest. So Kwam Yasharala, rise up. We got next. We got next.
I'm a crowd and y'all know we hearing this. We at the end, they do not take it serious. Part of the way the Messiah ain't clearing it. We waking up in the
All praise to the Most High Show, Ark Hezekiah. Man, if you ain't heard, Eyes to the East is back on all platforms, man. Shout out to Righteous Reaction, Truth Be Told Podcast, Turn Up the Lights. We back on all platforms. Glory to y'all. Eyes to the East. Eyes to the East on all platforms. What you waiting on?
Whatever he promised, he turned me. With the blood of a Mashiach, he gon' confirm you. Cooking up sin, he gon' burn you. Show us the way out, but we gotta learn you. We gotta fast, pray, repent, believe in the Mashiach, cause he was sent. Connected in y'all, the veil was rent. A nation of priests, get off of the bench. Forgave us of our sins. Life was in his death, the only blood that get you clean. Appreciate his life will stop you falling in your sins. He present us faultless, only way that we get in.
My part of this, I see nothing but the blood, nothing but the blood of my part of this, I see
surround me. I know my head got bounties. They hunting for them in counties. They want them dead, huh? Said I was lost, so they found me. In baptism, they try to drown me. Oh, y'all old-fashioned, y'all don't want to use lead, huh? The accusers came for Yahshua singing red rum. I sing hallelujah to Yahuwah, that's an anthem. I got a calling on my life like it's a Samsung. My hair swinging wild in the air like I'm Samsung. I remain a student of the word. I've been prudent from the curb. I see dead men at the viewing at the church. Laid up like it's Ewing over bird. Blood of the Messiah, it's salvation and new birth. Blessed to be of the bloodline, but without the blood I'm dirt. Living water, that's an elixir, obey your thirst. Brick and mortar, that's a religion, that ain't the church. Rainbows reflecting the prism above the earth, and that one's for Noah, not a perverted sexual urge. Every time I pray, it's a feeling of being searched. Faith is nothing if I ain't willing to do the work. My people were blessed, but we slipped up and caught a curse.
Of my part, this I see nothing but the blood, nothing but the blood. Of my part, this I see nothing but the blood, nothing but the blood.
Blood on top of the doorpost. Death passed me over. My former life casting over on water like Captain Noah headed to the shore. My body is the temple, just know he the door. The law ain't no salvation issue, it's just gonna keep me pure. Reading, fasting, and praying, that's what's gonna keep me raw. Holy Spirit checking me, gonna make me stay the course. Scripture is my weaponry, that sword go through your heart. Flame on my torch, running through the dark. Hebrew boy still pressing toward the mark. MLK stride when it's time to march. Sometimes I'm Simon with the blade, now I wanna talk. Royalty, I'm cut from a designer cloth. America foil me, be trying to throw me off. Christ was sent to the lost, that's what the words say. And you can't be lost if you wasn't his in the first place.
Of my part, this I see nothing but the blood, nothing but the blood. Of my part, this I see nothing but the blood, nothing but the blood.
First of all, like to welcome you to the Truth Be Told Flex podcast. I am your host here, Yeshua Judah. And look who we got back. We got Ben Ayo back in the house.
I'm back. Ben Ayo back in the building. I'm glad about it.
Yeah, look here, man. We glad too. I know Benata is as well.
Man, I was working double time over here.
That sister, she had to put her talk box on last week.
Oh, man. Did you get the raise, sis? At least you get the raise.
We'll talk about that.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but yeah, we got a full house in tonight. But hey, before we get started, I would like to take a moment though, and let's lift up the families that's about to be affected with what is it? Hurricane Milton about to hit Florida. I don't know if it is or not, but yeah, let's go ahead and give a moment for that. Hold up. Most High, we come before you and we thank you so much for your love and your grace taking care of us. And we come praying, asking that you be with the families who have relocated, be with those who thought that they should stay, don't know why, but thought that they should stay, be with them. And if it's your will and your grace, protect them and keep them safe. But we understand the times that we living in, that this is judgment, okay? And we're going to let you do what it is that you do, Most High. We in Goshen. And we are believing in your word and we trusting in your word. And we're going to let you do what it is that you do while you make way for us to build our kingdom. But I thank you for the family of Ayo, keeping them safe and what it is that they went through and now they are back. I thank you also for Delta, the Light Hebrew magazine. I thank you for my family and I thank you for the Truth Be Told Flex podcast family as well. All that we say and all that we do, we give you the glory and let the beauty of Ahaya, Nawa, Alahayim be upon us and establish the works of our hands. We ask this in the name of Yeshua. Amen. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man. It's some of them people decided that they wanted to stay and ride that thing out. I don't know what news station they been looking at, but say, look here.
I don't know what news
I rode a
station,
horse up
none at
under
all.
that joke if I ain't have no other way out. You hear me?
We'd a horse. We'd have been bucking. We'd have been riding.
we got to go.
Over the hills, through the valleys.
What you talking about? We going west. You hear me, man? Say
by any means.
Yeah, we is getting up out of here. Well, I guess in Florida, you going north. West, you know,
I'd have been like the Django on that nag.
What you talking about, man?
I know that's right.
Hey, we is getting up out of here, man, because that thing look like it is going to be terrible. I'm almost afraid to see what we gonna wake up to in the morning. But like I said, though, for real, this is judgment, man. Seals are broken. And the sooner we understand that, the better off we gonna be. As the nation of Israel, this ain't our fight.
No, it ain't your fight. We just gotta trust in the Most High. Listen,
that's what we gotta do.
You want to talk about trusting the Most High? Listen, that ordeal last week when it was our turn, let me tell you, well, you gotta put all trust, 100%.
Yes,
like you said, it's not our fight.
Nah, it's not our fight. Yeah, this is not our fight. Yeah, I'm gonna let the Most High do what He do, and I just pray that I'm on the right side of the fence. You know, that my soul is prepared, man. That's it. That's all we can do. Hezekiah, I got his music back on all streaming platforms. All praises for that.
Man, that's a blessing, man. Listen, the Most High is allowing His children to go through it because we have to trust Him. But He's given us the responsibility because apparently some of us, the remnant or the chosen ones, He trusts. And that's a whole different thing that as far as a music minister, a father, a husband that Hezi had to endure. That's to get that kind of news where your ministry, it's more than music. It's more than music. That's his ministry that he's been honing and doing for years. So to get an email that, oh, we're gonna take it down because of this and that. And it's like, what? So all praises to the Most High that he was able to endure and his, and they had to do it because it was number 9 in the world in climbing, outdoing the big record companies. He's an independent artist, just him and the Most High, and he was out doing numbers. So of course they had to come, see about it. But then
the operative word there is independent. The fact that he was independent.
The fact that he independent
and handle that.
They had to come see that young man.
Yeah. So
because we gotta figure out how we can get this here controlled. But all praises to the Most High. I talked to Jamil, the trunk rattler. I call him the trunk rattler. I talked to the trunk rattler, and we're going to set a time apart where he's going to come on the show, and we're going to sit down and we're going to rap about that, man. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about true music, where it's at right now, and which direction that we can go, because the big picture here is that we need to figure out a way how we can get from up under the thumb of those Jews. Yeah. If our music set apart, it got to be all the way set apart. If we can get away from Apple and Spotify and all of these here, you dig what I'm saying? And yet, because you got to think, if this man music climbed to number 9 in the world, we got followers, which mean that if we got our own stuff, those that followed him that allowed him to be number 9 in the world, they'll follow him on our platform.
Right.
So this is what the conversation.
Right. And the fact, not to cut you off, but to add real quick, here's the kicker. The fact that it debuted at number 9 and stayed there for weeks, that's what got their attention. And I'll step out and say that it was probably higher. Probably like number 4, number 5, or 6 or 7, but they wouldn't allow that that's what triggered them. When Damon Wayans shared it, and then it was like, oh, he was already at number 9. Now you catching the attention of so-called celebs. Okay, we got. So I believe it was higher. They was manipulating with the numbers as they can do, and I also believe that the fact that it started there and stayed it, because normally, just facts, as independent truth artists, some of us get there, then that week we gone out of the top 50 or 100. But the fact that it held up against the competition like Drake and Kendrick Lamar and all the secular artists, come on, man, the Most High ain't playing no more.
Gotta go see that young man. We gotta go see that young man.
That's what they said. We gotta go see him. So
yeah,
all praises, man.
All right, but yeah, so all praises that it's back. I don't know what's going on with Zamar Yasharal music, but he was going through something similar as well with his. And like I say, it's a blessing and it's a curse all at the same time. I'm gonna turn it over to Benasha Lahaya. Welcome back, Ben Ayob. That's what I'm gonna call you as long as I see you. Yeah. But not how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, but you don't have to turn it over to me because we have family in the house, and when she's in the house,
I know every time I bring her in by myself, I get fussed at. So, because I was about to, and I said, and I thought. Exactly. Yeah, I learned. Yeah. The stove is hot.
We go ahead and bring our sister Delta in so she can join this conversation.
Gotcha. On it. I am on it. There she is. There she is.
Sis, what's going on, sis?
Shalom, my brother. Shalom, everybody in the chat. Shalom, my sis in the back. What's going on, everybody? It's good to be back.
We back.
We are back
in the building.
It's been a lot going on.
Back and we are black.
It's been a lot going on, sis.
Boy, when I tell you the scriptures is coming alive, and if y'all don't repent and get y'all shit together, let me start.
Just like that. Just like that.
Y'all heard him. Y'all better get it together.
Hey, I ain't mad at her. Some people got to be talked to like that.
Look, because all that play, it's a play time is over. Y'all need to stop playing. See, I can see because I'm not playing out here. If I'm in error, I don't know I'm in error. You feel me? So I'm praying that the Most High get me together. Because I'm scared out here. It's getting real in these streets, y'all. Rumors and wars. It ain't no rumors no more, like Hezekiah said. Ayob them was just experiencing being in the midst of all the chaos going on around them. Shout out to Sister Angelina in Florida. She had to evacuate. Let's pray. Let's keep sis in our prayers.
Yes.
It's real out here, man. You could play if you want to. If you had an inkling that it wasn't true, the scriptures is coming alive. You just can't deny. Atheists can't deny it. Come on now.
Nope. I mean, again, like I told y'all before,
man,
a Gentile. I was in the store earlier, and if you don't think he working on the Gentiles, listen, I was in the store earlier, and a brother, well, not a brother, but a Gentile was like, I like your chain. Is that 12 tribes? And I said, look at you. So again,
alive,
y'all, this thing is getting real. They recognize it.
Yeah.
It's getting real, y'all.
Yeah.
They trying to cleave.
Listen.
Yeah.
He didn't.
I was just about to say that. Thank you.
Yeah. They're trying to clean
Delta. They are. You know the same Ruach. Yeah, that same Ruach that's waking us up is touching some of them as well. They trying to cleave. It's like you say, man. They trying to figure out who is who, and that our light shine. Hey, we doing a whole lot of buffering over here.
Weird.
They hating.
Yeah, they
got the hating quick. It's been everything.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. You a little choppy, but I think we lost him. I think that was.
He's still moving it.
No, he's stuck. There you go.
Yeah, they haven't done this here in a long time. I don't know what's.
They mad because we back.
Okay.
The Fantastic Three.
Look,
on TV, and they mad.
And they gone. They done kick shit out.
They done
Get out of here.
all the way out, but yeah, I mean, but we could just keep on rolling till I
Yeah.
come back. It's your experience itself is just when you hear about it, it's the difference in between when you're actually really living it, and you can't do nothing about not having no lights. And I mean, it's just like we're all in constant practice of the wilderness. We coming out of tabernacles. It's just a lot of stuff. We're in the appointed season. And it's a lot going on, and we got pagan bull crap to look forward to.
Yeah, and like you said, it's that time of a season where you got tabernacles, you've had atonement, you've had the trumpet. The trumpet was blown.
Whoa!
To make the nation aware, my people, get ready. Once we became aware, now we had to atone and make sure we are pure. Like Hezekiah has the song Pure. Because we got to be made aware, then be made pure. Why? Because the Most High has to visit the earth. And when he visits, it's either going to be supplication and dining, or it's going to be chaos.
Absolutely.
And he's like, it's your choice. So when we went through our experience through that storm last week, sis, I tell you, peace was here. I don't even know. Like today I just been walking around all day, sis. Thank you, Most High. Thank you.
Just happy.
Thank you.
Just happy to be here.
Just happy because this time last week we was hotel from city to city, but the Most High was providing the way. Okay, boom, go here. Made a phone call. You got the last 3 rooms. Okay, boom, go here. You got to uproot and go here. Who
got 3 rooms? That is what's it's
the
like
last 3.
Yes, and who does that? Like we got 3 rooms for y'all. They didn't say we got one king. They said we got 3 rooms, and it was fit for everybody.
And the doctor was like, "Yeah, you can come to my office to work. Please come. Please come here to work. I got the power. You come."
That's how you do that.
Like, who does that though? Who's ever heard of a doctor letting them come? Like, sis, when I tell you judgment, like you said, judgment, it's a lot going on. Judgment is in the land, and Abba is testing.
He definitely is.
He's testing his children.
A lot of us being tested in a lot of different ways with the sins that we deal with. We're being tested dealing with them. I know my patience being tested. I deal with anger. I know that's happening a lot. You know what I'm saying? Even in the nation, y'all, come on now. Now we out here looking stupid, y'all, now, right now. And what we don't understand, I'm not being a hypocrite because I know I talk my ish. However, I do not lie on anybody. I do not go back and forth. I speak facts. If I speak them, I have 2 or 3 witnesses that can confirm them.
Come on.
I will Matthew 18 your ass in a minute before I clown. And so now, Israel, we out here showing out, y'all. Now, I'm not going to say no names, but we have to keep into consideration that, we know what's going on in the inner circle, but the outsiders don't. So they just see us clowning and acting a fool, and we look stupid. How you going to tell your auntie, cousin, schoolmate, whoever, oh, you need to start studying with Israelites, and we out here looking stupid?
Buck dancing. Chop the chop, chop the chop.
Can y'all hear me?
Chop the chop. Oh, yes. Yeah, oh yeah.
Did that good too.
Yeah, he did. A little too good.
Yeah.
Buck dancing.
I said shalom to my nephew with his little cute self.
I will. We out here buck dancing. We gotta quit buck dancing, y'all. Sherrod. We gotta quit buck dancing. Chop, 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 chop.
That's one of the things too. We're gonna talk about that when we talk about our music, when we have that show with Jamil the Trunk Rattler, because believe it or not, there's some of that going on in the nation as well. I was sharing with Ayob not long ago, talking about Hezekiah. I was sharing it with Jamil as well when I talked to him, is that Hezekiah did something for me with Eyes to the East. This is another reason why they got to get it off, man. You think them people don't understand the spirit that's on that music, man? Look, That secular music, they pray over that music to their foreign gods, man, to their strange gods. And they release that stuff out.
Me and Hezekiah was joking, and I told him, "You done pissed them off. You got their little white daughters jamming your music in the car, jamming it in the shower. They running through the house, and they like, is my daughter playing that?
Right.
What in the it's getting real out here, and they don't like that. They're annoyed by that. The anointing that's on that brother and his music is massive.
That's it.
Yeah, it is. You know, when we could sit here, I
was just
I know it. I had a meltdown. I want to thank Ben Ayob. I'm sorry, I mispronounced his name. I want to thank Ben Ayob and Sister Delta for holding it down. I do apologize for mispronouncing your name, Ben Ayob, for holding it down while I had technical breakdown. But as much as I would like to continue to talk on all of this, we do have a show to do. So yeah, let's get it going.
All right. So we do have some announcements today. So if you have not, make sure that you visit our website, tlhmagazine.net, so you can check out the new issue featuring our brother, the Hebrew cowboy, Obadiah Yahoo.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites. I'm going to tell y'all why. The brother is so genuine, his style, his flavor, and the magazine cover is so catchy to the outsiders. It is insane. This issue is up. They are loving it. And then when you go and you listen to his music, you can't do anything but love it. I mean, original black cowboy tunes, man. I mean, it's going up. He can sing. He can write. He can play instruments. The brother does it all.
Yeah.
And I'm
he can sing.
I'm gonna just throw this in here.
That boy sing.
We haven't started announcing everything about the Drip and Sip, but it is definitely set for February 2025. Obadiah Yahoo will be performing.
What's up?
The Trunk Rattler will be performing. Ayo Ben Yahoo will be hosting.
Did you spill some tea, sis?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Because the way these days going by,
what?
February gonna be here.
It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, February gonna be here quick.
We're gonna give them just a little bit. So yeah, that's what we got going on so far. Now for the winter, we don't do Christmas, but we still have to give back. And Jubilee Holidays nonprofit organization has a Hoodie and Hope event coming up in Dallas, Texas on December 11th. We need everything, people. We need everything. It doesn't matter from $1 and up. If you can donate, we can buy something with that. These low income people, unfortunate people need hoodies, socks, gloves, hats, scarves, toiletries, other hygiene products, coats, blankets, all of that. It's getting cold out here. And if you're not familiar with the Dallas area, let me tell you, the homeless up here is massive. There is a tent city that the police are coming and tearing down every weekend. These people don't have nowhere to live. They don't. And then, when they come tear your stuff down, then you end up losing clothing and losing stuff that you see these people with carts and stuff running around. That's their life in there. That's like a suitcase. And the Dallas police come and shut everything down, destroy everything, kick over tents, kick over everything. So we're just trying to give back.
You go to sleep at night.
That's right.
And then I don't know if it's the same in Dallas. I know it became an issue here in Houston. People started getting fined for feeding the homeless. So they weren't even allowed to set up and feed them here in Houston.
You could read about that in Jasher.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Same thing in Jasher. Yeah, got in trouble for
I don't know if they're fining you for feeding the homeless, but I do know that there's only selective places that you can go and feed them and different things like this. So this actually event that we're doing is going to be in downtown Dallas off Irvay at the Cornerstone Church in Building B. This foundation, this church always has events, always does stuff. They're going to be giving away food. They're going to be doing a soup kitchen, giving away things, festivities. If you're in the Dallas area and you want to volunteer, you can holler at me, holler at Peace Soul, which is the ambassador over there at Jubilee Holidays. You can go on all of our platforms to get information about the drive. If you are in the Dallas area, the DFW area, and you want to come out and volunteer, holler at me. If you want to come out and sing a little song, come holler at me. Get the people some hope. You know, wherever we at, we're gonna be kicking it. So you know, that's what we have going on coming up. Like I said, there's a Cash App. If you don't want to donate money and you just want to purchase an item, you can go onto our Amazon registry and purchase the item there's all kind of different items up there from $5 and up. That particular item will get delivered right to the Jubilee Holiday front door. And that's what we have going on. So if you guys feel led, go ahead and get the information and help us out. It's December 11th.
We're gonna have to get Peace Soul on the show, yo.
Yeah, we got to get him back on. I think he's been over here at the Drip and Sip, but we definitely got to get him on the show.
I think Peace Soul got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. Can't nobody explain it no better than Peace Soul.
A lot of outreach.
That's what we
need to be doing.
Yes.
That's his thing.
It's nonstop. And this brother is coming out of his own pocket to do a lot of this stuff. And it's only one person. He does not have any children helping. He don't have no help me. None of that. He's doing it out of his own pocket and out of his heart. So yes. Soul, if you watching, you heard him get in contact with these brothers so you can come on and talk about your foundation.
I'm gonna reach out to him. His testimony alone is how he came into the truth, and it's
right.
Amazing.
He's been there too. The people that he's helping, Peace Soul has been there. He can empathize with them.
And he really, really does care. I've never seen somebody work with their hands and their body and really make really go into action like this brother is. That's why we just had the Kingdom Culture Radio and the Light Magazine had to get behind the brother and assist him with this, because I've just seen him working so hard and making things happen for himself. So shout out to you, Jubilee Holidays and Peace Soul. Right. So the last announcement that we have is our brother Jamil the Trunk Rattler has his new album, Yahuwahville. December 20th is up.
Boy.
There's so many things going on with this album.
Who wrote it?
Y'all, the features that he got. Ooh. He got he got some sizzling features on here. I can't wait. And y'all know Jamil be talking his ish now. He
talk that talk.
He be talking, and I love it. So I can't wait to so he's got some things going on. He's gonna have some giveaways going on. We're gonna be doing a pre-sale campaign for him. So, you guys stay tuned. Make sure that you follow him on all digital platforms. Make sure that you go to his website, YaLifeInc.com. I believe that's the website. Stay connected because we got it going on. December, it's up. It's up. He's performing in Mississippi at the Hebrew Festival, along with Faith and Israel, Aliyah Tavi, and some more artists. Make sure if you are going to be in the Mississippi area, or if you're interested in going to the next hot Hebrew event, get in contact with Shariah and Hondo and make sure that you don't miss it. The tickets are available on Eventbrite.
Hebrew Festival. I think it's the 26th.
From Mississippi?
Jackson.
I think that's one state I ain't never been to.
And I don't want to go.
I've been.
They still ain't niggas out there. No, I'm just like, they really are though. They really are. Jamil know how they get down out there. The venue that Shariah and them got, I heard is really, really nice. It's been there before. They had pool tables and all kind of stuff. I think the last time somebody jumped off an elevator. They got a nice.
Jumped off an elevator. Wait a minute. She just glazed through that slow down.
We can't just go past that.
They was doing the elevator. They was jumping out. It was all kind of music videos going on. It's a children, family friendly event. They're gonna have food. They're gonna have strong drink. They know how to kick it in Mississippi now. Y'all know that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hate that we didn't get to make it this year, man. We're gonna try to make it next year. Me and the family.
What part of Mississippi are we talking? Where is it at?
Jackson.
The real
close to the coast.
I think it is. It is. I think it is.
Is it off of 10?
I think so. Jamil,
give us some information in the chat.
Jamil's in the chat. I think he'll be. I think it is at the coast in Jackson. So
gotcha. Right.
Off 20.
Off 20. Okay.
20.
And D,
that ain't the coast then. If it's off 20, that's a little bit farther north, huh? He said the hood. So I can't fly. TSA ain't gonna let me. They ain't gonna let me clear then. If I go to Mississippi, I'm gonna have to drive.
You gotta drive.
I gotta bring Thumper and some friends.
Yeah, that's up. In the hood.
Yeah, no say it.
Who is this? D Select 12. Yes, the Drip and Sip is going to be lit, brother. It's lit every single year. We're going on 6, and it is definitely going to be up.
Boy, sis gonna let me host.
We go.
Yeah.
We were debating if we were going to have it in Houston, but I've just decided after meditation and prayer, I just decided to keep it in Dallas, keep it at the home. So we'll definitely
same place.
Dallas. I do believe so. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see. Everybody need to go ahead and get ready because it's coming.
It'll be like sis says, the way things going, it'll be here tomorrow.
Man, what you talking?
Man, along with that Dallas Hawk. Yeah, along with it, man.
Yeah,
that Dallas Hawk. Yeah, so. But all right, then. Was Delta? We sure appreciate it. You got anything else you want to add, sister?
No, I just really want to let you guys know to continue doing the wonderful job that you're doing. This show is original. There's not one like it. You guys are covering the news and the stories that need to be covered. I love y'all, man. Keep on doing what y'all doing, and I'll talk to y'all soon.
We appreciate you, Delta. You keep doing what it is that you're doing too. And hey, we all eat around here. That's for sure. Yeah, one eat, we all eat. We thank you. We love you, Delta. The Light Hebrew Magazine. Y'all see it here. She will be back this same time next month. And don't forget to get your copy. Obadiah is on the cover. He's gonna be on the R&B hook as well, correct?
Yep. All right. Yep. We're gonna get him on here soon, here shortly.
Yeah, we back. We busy. That is that.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Much love. See y'all later.
Shalom, sister. Shalom, sis.
Yeah. All right.
Excuse me.
Well, one of the new segments we decided to add to the show was to give a little sports information, and in true sport form fashion, in college football, for the first time since 2016, 5 of the AP top 11 lost on the same day. So you had Alabama loses to Vanderbilt 35-40. Tennessee loses to Arkansas 14-19. Missouri loses to Texas A&M 10-41. Michigan loses to Washington 17-27. And then USC loses to Minnesota 17-24.
Wow.
Have you had any feedback about what you saw over the weekend, what you heard about over the weekend for any of these college games? Were you surprised, shocked?
I was surprised at now USC was ranked. I want to say they were before the loss at Minnesota. They were like maybe number 15. 11. So they were outside of the top 10. What surprised me, like you said, Alabama was number 1, Tennessee was number 4, and Mississippi was number 9. That's 3 top 10 Power 5 conference teams in one weekend. That's unheard of. I just think that Kalen DeBoer, which is Alabama's new head coach this year, Nick Saban retired last year after they lost in the championship game against Michigan. I just I just think this is the start. They're going to struggle for a little while. They're not going to be the powerhouse intimidated, because as you can see, Vanderbilt was not intimidated at all. And I've been on a team that lost that luster, that teams didn't even want to get on the field with you. You hit a year where you struggle a little bit. You had a winning season, but it wasn't quite the season that you really knew you could give the fans. So I think that's where they're headed. But Tennessee, I mean, hey, they lost, but they've had some frustrating years the last 10 years where they, in the 90s and the early 2000s, they was on top. So I think they still got some time to make up, in the college football team playoffs, since it is 12 teams this year. So that's my take. I think it's, those teams, Missouri will be all right, Tennessee will be all right, but I think we're going to see Alabama struggle. So
you kind of answered my question as well, too. Alabama jumped out, man. That they dropped Alabama. I forgot what I seen the last time. I think Alabama they fell down there pretty far. Yeah. Texas moved up to the number one spot right now. Out of all of those losses, that Alabama game was the biggest shock to me. Yep. They was coming off a big win on Georgia.
Over Georgia.
You got to understand, as athletes, when you come off of big wins like that, you got to forget those just as quick as you celebrate them. You know what I'm saying? You have got to have a short memory. And that was my question, and you kind of answered it, Ben Ayob. The question I was going to ask is, do you think a Nick Saban-led Alabama team would have dropped against Vanderbilt? Not at all.
I said the same thing.
Not at all. Yeah. Because Nick Saban had a goal every year when the season started. And he put that same goal in his team, from the roster, from those that played to even those that did not touch the football field. They had that same goal. And meaning that we ain't did nothing until we got a championship. You dig what I'm saying? And so they came off of that super huge win against Georgia. They was up there. It was a hard fought Georgia game as well. You know what I'm saying? They came out, they looked like an old Alabama team, and then they kind of fell off, and Georgia got up on them, you know what I'm saying? But they showed character, and they prevailed, and they came out on top, right? Yep. So now you thinking that everything is going to be all right with them, and then they drop that game. But I'm going to tell you this. Texas might not be safe with Oklahoma. This roller coaster this roller coaster that we on, looking at we got to give credit to the portals.
Yep. The portal is either going to work for you or against you.
The portal has made college football a little bit more balanced.
Everybody, it's even the playing field. But for teams like my favorite college football team, Florida State, it killed them this year. I can't remember the last time any Florida State team was 1-5. That has never happened.
I don't recall that ever.
I mean, 3 championships from the 90s. The last championship with Jameis Winston and Kelvin Benjamin and Devontae Freeman back in 2012 and 13. Still, you're still saying that's just a little over the past decade. So that's still not recent, but it ain't like it's 25, 30 years ago. And to fall off like this, to go 13-0 last year, the portal worked for you. But then this year to be 1-5, the portal crushed you. So again, like you said,
you don't live and die by the portal.
You don't live and die by the portal, but it's even the playing field.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right. Well, next up, I didn't add all of the NFL teams. I just added a few, a couple to talk about. I think Share Your Head is covering the Giants. They don't matter anyway. But Commanders doing their thing with Jaden Daniels at the helm. We'll come back to him in a minute. I just wanted to.
Yeah, I wished I was covering all of that.
Share a little bit. I didn't share all of them, but in the NFC East, these are the current standings right now. NFC North, Vikings are 5-0. Yeah.
Wow.
And then you got the Chiefs. They're 5-0. Chargers and Raiders are pretty much where I thought they would be.
Yep.
The AFC West, and then the AFC South. Texans look pretty good. They're 4-1, and Titans and Jaguars, they are struggling. We talked a little bit last week about Jaden Daniels. I know, Ayo, this is probably one of those topics you want to get in on, but what do you think about Jaden Daniels, the Commanders?
Man, Jaden Daniels is balling. Now, that's another guy, came from LSU.
Heisman too, right?
Heisman winner. Now, like you said, Sheer, he was at Arizona State. He was at Arizona State Sun Devils and transferred. Even to the point when he transferred, his teammates came in the locker room and was talking trash when they cleaned out his locker. He transferred to LSU, won the Heisman, just broke all kind of records last year. Now he's with the Washington Commanders, got taken in the NFL draft and balling. You know who he reminds me of? And I'm going to see if the audience will resonate and agree. He reminds me of Randall Cunningham.
A lot.
Okay.
A lot. Same body build, same body build, same type of mannerisms in the pocket.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Randall Cunningham was not a runner like Michael Vick, Cam.
Right.
Randall Cunningham was a pass first.
Yep.
Jaden Daniels is a pass first.
Yep.
He gonna sit in the pocket and pick you apart. Now, if he has to absolutely run,
he
can. He can. Michael Vick was a runner.
Yep.
Cam Newton was an okay passer. He had an arm, but he was more of a dual threat.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels is a pocket passer.
Yeah, he's a troublemaker, and I call him a troublemaker because he's in the NFC East. Last week you wasn't here, and I said, that was the last time I got anything good to say about that kid. But it's crazy because when you look at the NFC East right now, it looks as if just by sure play, and it's crazy how one player on a 53 roster team. How one player can bring hope to everybody. And that's what this youngster is doing with the Commanders. And the Commanders look like right now in the NFC East, they do look like the best in the East right now, as much as I hate to say it.
Watch your tongue.
Yeah, I know, man, as much as I hate to say it. Yeah. So
it tasted bitter coming out your mouth, didn't
Oh, my God. I need to wash out right now.
But yeah, Jaden Daniels, I think he has a bright future. He's that young man.
Yeah.
He's got a bright future. And he kind of puts you in the mind of Jamil the Trunk Rattler a little bit.
He does. Yeah.
I can see that. They look like brothers. I was like, that's your brother. Yeah. You got a secret brother out there.
Right.
Well, on the flip side of that, still talking about the NFL, this brother. Deshaun Watson is the complete opposite of Jaden Daniels right now. He looks a little dejected in this picture, but I think we have a clip that you wanted to play.
Yeah. Let's talk about him real quick before we get into what I know.
Coach says we're not changing quarterbacks, even though I'm sure a lot of people are calling for that out in the world. But he's sticking with you, riding with you. How do you feel about that vote of confidence in your own performance?
I mean, yeah, we just got to continue to take what the defense give us, at the end of the day, So I'm rocking with whatever the coach's decision is. Like I said, we don't listen to the outside world, regardless of what it is. So, that's all I can do is worry about what I can control.
Deshaun, you said you guys got to find out what you're great at and stick with it. What are you great at?
So we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure that out, And we need reps, we need time. We need to sit down and with the coaching staff and figure that out.
How do you assess your own play in the context of everything that's going on offensively?
I mean, I'm doing what I need to do as far as just trying to get the ball out as fast as possible, get the ball to the guys, make the correct reads. Not everything's going to be perfect, but at the same time, try to create and make plays whenever nothing is there.
The reason I wanted to play that clip is this, and you are a D1 athlete. You've been there. And if I was a Cleveland Brown fan, I'm gonna tell you right now, that interview right there would have me hot as hell. I don't know no other way of saying it. He looked as if the only reason he was there so he won't get fined.
That's it.
Look, bro, you are playing garbage right now. You have the lowest quarterback rating in the NFL. I believe you got the lowest completion percentage. Everything about your game right now is subpar. And the way he was answering those questions were, we. You a professional. You just took a lot of money from this team. You need to put some ownership on. But the reason I really wanted to play it was his mannerisms, his demeanor. He's beat up. He's beat up, Ayo. If people don't know the backstory on Deshaun Watson, he has had countless sexual harassment allegations that are put on him, so much to the point that he had to leave one city and go to the city that he's at right now. And it's like me and Ayo was talking, and it's crazy that he said that I never thought that he was guilty until I saw that press conference.
Yep.
It was that press conference that did it for me. Not his play. I was looking, I was like, man, is this dude done? I was going to text you and be like, man, is he done? Just by the play. But when I saw that press conference, I saw guilt. Guilt is wearing on him. This is why he didn't want to answer the question. This is why he couldn't even look at, and I'm just assuming I'm not saying he's guilty. Okay. I'm giving my opinion.
Right.
For the first time I was looking, I was like, man, it's something going on with him upstairs.
Yep. It's all mental. And you can see the angst on him. You can see it, the pressure. You could look at him. That now, when he was in the other city, Houston, he was a top 3, top 5 quarterback. And boom, the scandal came. When he was with Clemson, they got they went to 2 championships, beat Bama. He was balling at Clemson. But now you can see the stress. And normally when a quarterback falls from top 3 to the bottom, it's 32 teams. You like number 29 to 30, 31 to 32 right now, bro. When you have a fall that fast, it's normally Cam Newton, shoulder surgery on his throwing arm. Alex Smith ruptured his knee where his bone was sticking out of his leg. You know, a huge injury like that, it takes a while to get back. Deshaun Watson been healthy. So this is all mental.
It's mental. He could play. He got all the physical attributes to play the game. There's not a ball that he can't throw on a route tree.
Right.
Same as what we was talking about with Jaden. If he needs to get out of the pocket, he can get out of the pocket.
Yeah.
But the game is fast. And because he's not there mentally, he can't keep up.
He can't keep up. It's too fast for him.
He's thinking too much because he is not there.
He's not there.
You know what I'm saying? And so, I just wanted to bring that up, man. That's just my opinion. But not, you got anything on Deshaun?
Nope, nothing. We need to get this show rolling.
Oh, okay.
That's what I got. We need to get to the news.
Let's get it.
All right.
Let's go. So,
talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna hit it real quick. A couple of things that have come out in the news over the last couple of weeks. Don't want to spend too much time on it, but the Menendez brothers, there's been talk about them possibly being released after serving 35 years behind bars for a bloodiest, notorious crime where they kill both of their parents. Yep. So thanks to 2 documents, one lost and found letter and another sworn statement revealing a decades-old secret. Supposedly his dad molested one of the brothers. So that and Kim Kardashian is now on the ball to try and
if she on it, they gonna get out.
Yeah, to try and get them out. So keep your eyes open for that one. But there's been a lot of talks in the last couple of weeks about these guys being released. In other monster news, high profile and pretty famous celebrities are being linked to Sean Diddy Combs as they were used to, where they used to be present at the white parties and freak off parties, are settling things outside the court with victims of sexual abuse to fend off lawsuits. And this was reported to Fox News. Attorney Sean Busby, who happens to also be an attorney who represented quite a few young ladies that trying to figure out who these people are, who represent a couple of young ladies who filed lawsuits against Deshaun Watson, is representing the case of over 120 alleged victims, claim that the celebrities are desperate to avoid being publicly named in the lawsuit and thus are already opting to pay hush money to distance themselves from the scandals surrounding Combs. So this is what the report is saying. But I threw a couple of these pictures just so you could see some of the celebrities in the background, some in the foreground at these all white parties. Or these
it's somebody that we haven't talked about, and I know we ain't got time. I just want to throw that out there, and ain't nobody saying nothing but that dadgum Jennifer Lopez. She's got to. Her name has got to come up.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I actually had a picture of her up somewhere. Must have got lost in the shuffle, but yeah, she was up here. She of course was, at the Diddy party.
Jennifer knows some stuff, man.
Way back in the day, but you got Britney Spears. What's her name? Paris Hilton. You got quite a few of them in here. Q-Tip in here.
Run DMC.
Who that chick right there? That look like
I can't think of her name.
Demi Moore. What's that? Is it Demi?
This is Demi Moore back here. Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
I cannot remember her name, but
that's Huma Aldine. She's one of the execs at Def Jam or Rock World, Rock Nation, I believe.
Okay.
And this is what's his name?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. This is Star Jones. Lil Kim. So it's these people are nervous. I'll just say that. And then in other sexual harassment news, Garth Brooks. He is a country music star that is being accused of sexual assault and battery in a lawsuit from a Jane Doe who says she worked as a hairstylist and makeup artist for the award-winning singer. The complaint filed in a state court in California on Thursday, obtained by CNN, states the alleged incidents occurred in 2019. She claims she was once raped by Brooks during a work trip. Of course, he is denying these allegations, but I just kind of wanted to bring this out there to see where this one goes, see if this one dies off really quickly, because I haven't really heard anything since it was announced. I've not heard any other talk about it. They're not keeping it in the news.
Disease. He gonna have Parkinson's disease afterwards.
Well, Garth Brooks is a pretty upstanding guy from what I can tell. This is one of the ones, obviously time will tell, but this is one of those ones I don't believe. He's been squeaky clean for a long time. You've never heard his name come up in any other kind of deal. I think she is trying to extort money from him, and she didn't get what she wanted. So, sexual assault is easy to throw out there. It's unfortunate, but it is very easy to throw out there, especially in today's climate. So,
all right.
And then Hurricane Milton. I actually just read something that it finally made landfall in Sarasota. So 500,000 people are already without power. It hit as a category 3 at about 8:30. So definitely keep them in prayer. Keep your eyes on it. I'm sure when the sun comes up in the morning, the devastation is going to be deep.
500,000 already without power. That's crazy.
500,000. Yep.
Already.
Yep. Well, speaking of hurricanes, so this is the devastation from Hurricane Helene in North Carolina. And there's a lot of things that are coming up as of recently that I feel like they're probably not telling us. If you can see this devastation, this is absolutely insane. This is crazy. Or as Ayo would say, this is diabolical. But a couple of things that have come out since Hurricane Helene is the issue with the FEMA funding. So former President Donald Trump has repeatedly made claims that the Biden administration is diverting FEMA funds to support migrants, particularly those crossing the southern U.S. borders. He claims that significant amounts of FEMA budget was intended for disaster relief are being diverted to those migrants. This has sparked, obviously, concerns from Americans affected by the disaster because they may not receive aid because supposedly these funds are going elsewhere. And of course, the administration is saying that it is an outright lie and it is an absolute, I heard Biden say today, it is un-American for Trump to be saying something like that. So what are you guys' thoughts on where do you think this money might be going?
What Trump said.
I was looking at an NPR article, and in an objective approach, I know what's out there. I went on FEMA's website, and I'll put the link on the music break in the chat so everybody could go look. FEMA is saying otherwise, y'all. This NPR article said, as of Sunday, FEMA says it has provided more than $137 million in assistance to 6 states in the Southeast, including 7,000 federal personnel, nearly 15 million meals, 14 million liters of water, 157 generators, and more than half a million tarps. The agency also says more than 3,000 North Carolina residents have been rescued or supported by more than 1,200 urban search and rescue personnel, with recovery efforts aided by National Guard and active duty troops. North Carolina has also received $100 million in federal transportation funds to rebuild roads and bridges washed out by the storm. Now, that's what FEMA is saying. FEMA's like, no, that's not now the $750 where the confusion is. NPR reports the $750 is being offered to people whose homes have been washed away. That's what now. Yet Trump is saying, yet $750 is not enough because we're sending billions of dollars to foreign countries. And he is absolutely right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. $750 now. Granted, me being where I was a couple of weeks ago, that $750 would have been helpful because that can get you a hotel. It can get you a little bit of food. It can get you gas to get out of the city, hopefully, where the devastation just occurred. But as Donald Trump has mentioned and saying countless times, what he is saying the same thing as me. Okay, I get it, but that's not enough, which I agree. $750 is a lot to a family. That house was just there. 24 hours later, it's gone. Literally gone, as you can see the graphic. So $750 is a lot to them. But that $750 is not going to last a long time, especially when you just read. Say you get the $750, get to hotel, and you turn on the TV. You done got a shower, you get family settled down. You turn on the TV, hear CNN talk about Biden signing another $100 billion package to Ukraine. You're going to be like, wait, what? How was that un-American? So in an objective way, I think a lot of the conspiracy theories about FEMA is kind of, a lot of people are getting clicks and views off of social media and stretching it. But I do agree, because my family was in that. 750 that's not compared to what the world is getting. Ukraine and everywhere, 750, that's breadcrumbs. So that's it. I think that FEMA could be doing a lot more. I think that the government could be doing a lot more. And this, not unfortunately for me, but for the liberals and Democrats, this is going to hurt on November the 5th. It's this going to hurt. Just to put it lightly. I don't know. But
yeah, I can just go by what some of the numbers say and also what the people say as well. And when I say the people, I'm not talking about just the clicks on the social media or whatever. I got to run those 2 clips I got right quick. Let's listen to what the White House had to say.
I wanted to ask if the White House plans any legal responses for the state sending migrants on buses. And secondly, if there's plans to reimburse those cities or provide funding for how they're handling that.
So on your first question, it's basically we're referring. I was asked a question like this yesterday to Department of Justice on any legal actions that might be taken or being looked at. Certainly, that is for them to take a look at. As far as how we're supporting cities, so, as we've done many times in response to repeated attempts by these Republican officials to create chaos and confusion at the border, we are working to manage the consequences of including this latest political charade that we're seeing. So FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's Emergency Food and Shelter Program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants. We'll continue to do what we can as a federal government to support these cities as we rebuild our asylum processing system after it was gutted by the Trump administration. Okay.
All right. So you heard her say September the 22nd, 2020. September 16th, 2022, that they'd use FEMA money for migrants, right? So let's see what she had to say here in 2024.
Saying the Biden administration of using FEMA funding to support undocumented migrants. How is the White House responding to that?
It's just categorically false. It is not true. It is a false statement. So FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's Emergency Food and Shelter Program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief.
All right. So you heard her. You good? Hold on. But not Mike went out.
Oh man.
Yeah. Hold on. What is it doing? You good? Okay. So you heard her. 2 years ago, she admitted that they was using FEMA money, right? Now, when Trump made the comment, and this is where all of this backlash is coming. And I told my wife the other day about Trump. I said, look, Trump is not making a good case for himself because he don't know how to talk. Right, okay. Right. That's his biggest problem. A lot of stuff that Trump say be factual, it be right. But it's the way that he said. It's kind of like what my mama said. It's not what you say, but it's how you say it. Like when he said they're eating the dogs, they eating the cats. They eating the dogs, they eating the cats. But it's how he said it. They done made memes on it. And they making Trump look like he's just a crazy man out there. This last statement that he said was, hey, FEMA gave the money to the migrants. They stole the money like they stole money out of a bank. And they are running with this. Every time you open up something, they saying that he's lying and it's un-American or whatever. That's what he's saying. Now, this is coming out of FEMA, okay? This is what FEMA said. This dude's name is Mayor York. That's what his name. He warns FEMA doesn't have enough funding to last through the hurricane season. That's what he said. Yep. He said, we are meeting the immediate needs with the money that we have. We are expecting another hurricane hitting. We do not have the funds. FEMA does not have the funds to make it through the season. So my question is this. Where's the money?
Where's the money? Because like I read it, 137 million and then $750 to families, and that ain't nothing.
Where's the money?
Where's the money? Where's the rest of it at?
In 2 years, in 2 years, Biden-Harris administration done spent over $1 billion. Fiscal year 2023 and fiscal year 2024, 363.8 million in 23 and 650 million in 24, on top of another $8 billion in military aid for Ukraine. Okay. There was a guy by the name of Mr. Fred. This is what he tweeted on the 3rd of October. How does FEMA not have enough money? The fiscal year just started on the 1st of October. They spent all the money in 2 days.
And again, NPR said they provided $137 million. They paid for 7,000 federal personnel. nearly 15 million meals, 14 million liters of water, 157 generators. There's no way. There's no way what I just read is all of the money.
There's no way.
I think what FEMA is saying, oh, let us do a little bit, and then we're going to exaggerate the truth. That's because that's what they're doing. Trump is like, no.
Right.
Like you said, he just don't know how to articulate.
You don't know how his delivery is wrong, man. And my thing is this: if Trump is lying, all the White House have to do is prove it. That's all you have to do.
And they can't.
They can't. In Burnswick, Maine, you have illegal immigrants that are living rent-free in brand new, fully furnished luxury apartments. They've been there for the last 2 years.
That's crazy.
These apartments are located in the same county that received, listen to me, in the same county that received $6.1 million in FEMA funding, part of a $1 billion program spent on housing illegal immigrants. Sound like Trump telling the truth to me. It's really easy to say that Trump is lying. But what's even easier that if he's not lying, all you have to do is be like, look, no, FEMA didn't use the money on migrants. This is what we did with the money. But you can't do that. Right. Why? Because Trump is telling the truth. Right. One more point. Just Saturday, Harris described on social media how people in Lebanon are increasingly dying or in a dire humanitarian situation as Israel continue its bombing campaign targeting militant group in Hezbollah. So her solution is that the United States will provide nearly $157 million in additional assistance to the people of Lebanon for essentials, needs such as food, shelter, water protection, sanitation, to help those who have been displaced in recent conflict. This additional support brings the total U.S. assistance to Lebanon over the last year of $385 million when we got people dead right now in our backyards. So I heard white people say that this administration don't like Americans. Well, hey, proof is in the pudding.
Y'all spent more money in Lebanon that you spent in Asheville or for Hurricane Helene.
Hey,
for your own people.
Why are you asking us to donate to FEMA when you cutting checks overseas?
Right. Yep. All right. So the next topic related to Hurricane Helene is they have decided that they're going to have voter flexibility. So there are already provisions being made for voter flexibility, which includes extending voting hours, allowing mail-in ballots, or relocating polling sites. The most recent U.S. presidential election that exercised significant flexibility was the 2020 election due to the pandemic. While the election was not impacted by a natural disaster like a hurricane, they saw widespread adjustments to voting processes in response to the public health crisis. What happened during that when they made all of those provisions for voting?
What you mean?
Biden ended up in office.
Oh, yeah.
Biden ended up in office, right? So these provisions that are being made, I just feel like there's going to be some issues at the end of the day when they start counting these ballots, because how do you fully determine people who are registered to vote,
who are really alive,
because all of this stuff, they're not going to be able to check all of this stuff. Look, people are displaced right now.
Look, in the hardest hit region, and Iob, you and your family, y'all close to this area up here.
Yeah, about Asheville, Buncombe County, Hendersonville is about 15 to 20 minutes northwest of where we are. Even less. I-26.
Y'all right there on top of the ash.
Right there.
This is what voting flexibility sounds good, don't it? Oh, because of what's going on up there, we're going to give the people a chance for them to be able to cast their vote still. That's what it sounds like, right? It sounds good, right? But listen to this. Listen to these numbers. You got at least 230 some people that's confirmed dead, at least up here. 75,000 people still without power. In the isolated Appalachian town of Bat Cave, right, with a population of just 180, they've been stranded. They say they've been stranded by FEMA. These people saying that FEMA told them we can't come up there because the roads are gone, right? There was a town called Stuyvesant. Am I pronouncing that right? You ever heard of it? Stuyvesant. That was overwhelmed by a 10-foot storm flood and 140-mile winds. They said it's just been taken off the map. The people of North Carolina says that upward to 20,000 people are missing. Ayo and Bernard. This is what they say up there in the mountains. One of Washington Post headlines read, completely and entirely erase how Helene swallowed one mountain town. So, voting flexibility. You know what this sounds like to me? Just what Bernard said. They about to steal the votes. Third, you got to think, in that region, we got an eighth of the whole country that's not going to be able to vote. I don't care what kind of voting flexibility you got. These people are not going to be able to vote.
Yeah.
And now you got a whole state finna get hit with Milton.
Right. And most of them that's not there or towns are gone, 89 to 95% of them were Trump supporters. To them, Trump is their Barack Obama. Because they have a high school or lesser education, farm or steel mill, something like that, and live in super duper remote areas. So they mostly Trump. Like I said, Trump is Barack Obama to them. He is their savior. He is their leader, and they were going to vote for him. He was the guy. Now, in my region, all weekend since we got back home Sunday, every day, the radio, every other commercial, voting registration has been extended. Come to this location. I mean, every commercial, that's all they talk about. How it's been extended, how you need to register to vote. If you haven't, it's crazy. The fix is in.
Yeah, I believe the fix is in for real, man. It's like I told my wife, and I know we got to move on because we running a little bit behind, things happen. But I told my wife, I said, I don't want to say that these two storms that's hit up there were generated, but you can make a case that they were. You can make a case that they were. Like both of these storms, like the one Milton, they say a storm of this size and this strength haven't hit Florida in the last 100 years. First time in the last 100 years. Look what it's about to do in the time that it did. We always talk about we in election year. You see what I'm saying? Same thing happened with COVID during that particular time. You see? So, I mean, I'm not just supposed to jump off the porch and say that they harped, but you can make a case that they may be. And they are using those to displace all of these people to where they cannot vote.
Yep.
It seemed like voting theft to me. I'm just talking, man. I'm just talking.
The fix is in.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna go to our first music break. We have a song by a new listener that was submitted to us, David Kadesh, with "Here We Go."
Yeah.
Said I really wanna praise him. I turned my life around, I left it on the pavement. No more lusting, no more craving. I follow Yahushua, yes, the rock what I stay in. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. My head low, that's where it stay at. The devil run around, I got my word, okay, I stay strapped. Don't worry about revenge, Yahuwah, he got my payback. I remember used to dream of driving in a Maybach. Now them dreams over, man, listen, that was way back. kingdom on my mind, nothing else, and that's a big fact. Yeah, I live according to the word. When I was a sin, I lived according to the curve. Said I really had to change now. My life different, man, it really ain't the same now. Said I really had to change now. My life different, man, it really ain't the same now. Said I really wanna praise him. I turned my life around, I left it on the pavement. No more lusting, no more craving. I follow Yahushua, yes, the Ruach, what I stay in. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. I follow Yah, now listen, that's the main plan. Now this a difference in my life, say I'm a changed man. I'm different now, gotta lose your life to gain one. And this is just the beginning, and no, he ain't done. Renew your mind, gotta change the way you live your life. It's only right, he died so you can get it right. So get it right, gotta grow up, gotta be a man. Now you can sacrifice, but what about obedience? Said I really had to change now. My life different, man, it really ain't the same now. Said I really had to change now. My life different, man, it really ain't the same now. Said I really wanna praise him. I turned my life around, I left it on the pavement. No more lusting, no more craving. I follow Yahushua, yes, the Ruach, what I stay in. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. Here we go.
All right.
I like
Here we go.
What's his name again?
Daweed Kadesh.
I like that.
We appreciate that there, man. He's been in contact with us. He said he got a testimony that he want to share as well. So we'll continue to stay in
get him on the
contact.
show.
Yeah, stay in contact with the brother, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I like that music. It had a nice little groove to it as well.
Right.
Yup. I hit him up to see if he had some artwork for it. He said he didn't. So, truth be told, provided artwork.
Need to put him in touch with Kulinati. Yep. All right. So next up, meet Peter. I believe his name is pronounced Lemming. This is a teacher. He's a high school French teacher at West Point High School, or was anyway, in Virginia. He was fired in 2018 after refusing to use a transgender student's preferred pronouns, he, him, for religious reasons. Lemming offered to use the student's preferred name, but did not agree to use a pronouns that aligned with the student's gender identity. His refusal was seen as a violation of the school district's non-discrimination policy, which include protections for students based on gender identity. His refusal led to a disciplinary hearing, and the West Point School Board voted unanimously to terminate his employment. The board's decision was based on the stance that Lemming's actions were discriminatory and did not align with the district's commitment to creating an inclusive environment for all students. So he filed a lawsuit against the school district, claiming that termination violated his First Amendment rights, specifically his right to free speech and free exercise of religion. He argued that he was willing to accommodate the student by using their chosen name, avoiding pronouns altogether, but forcing him to use pronouns contrary to his religious beliefs infringed on his constitutional rights. So the settlement came September 2023. After a lengthy legal battle, the school board agreed to a $575,000 settlement to resolve the lawsuit. The settlement amount covered $400,000 in damages and $175,000 in attorney's fees. The settlement means that this case was not would not proceed to trial, and the school board did not admit any wrongdoing. Instead, the settlement allowed both parties to move forward without further litigation. There's a little bit more to it.
His fire room was reversed too, wasn't it? His fire room was reversed.
Yeah, but they just decided to part ways.
Right.
So the question is, do you think we'll see more of these lawsuits, or was this more of an isolated event? Well, don't everybody talk at one time.
I truly feel that, in my opinion, I think this will quell the fire on a lot of schools wanting to take quick action on a teacher or an administrator when it comes to stuff like this, because he won the lawsuit. You see what I'm saying? I think schools or institutions, whether it's jails, schools, jobs, I think if they see this and be like, okay, this man just got awarded $575,000, and now that he got awarded he's probably will be able to get a job now. Now, before that, while everything was pending, he probably could get a job nowhere. But now I think this may set the precedent and actually reverse a lot of what people may think like, oh boy, here we go. You'll start seeing a lot more of this happen. But I think it will put out the fire from a lot of institutions wanting to do this. Because $575,000, that's $500,000.
That's a hefty sum.
And then plus they're gonna erase what he was trying. That's a L. That's a W for him, but that's a L for the school board. They actually voted. So now that it ain't like y'all made a quick decision and then it was done. Y'all met about it, probably had a couple more minutes and then boom. So now y'all actually went behind in the meeting and actually decided to do this. That makes y'all look crazy that he actually won. So I think when it comes to, the amendments and freedom of speech, I think this will put out the fire of, I think a lot of institutions will be reluctant to do something like this speedily. They'll think twice, put it that way. I think they'll start to think twice before they do this.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're going to see more of it or not, but I sure hope we do.
Yeah, more of the lawsuits?
Yes, I do hope that we do see more of them, because the only way to stand up to the bully is to stand up to the bully. You got to stand up to it. There are many more that I feel the exact same way that he do, but they are afraid of losing maybe what they have, jobs or whatever. We don't know what this dude's financial situation was to begin with. Maybe he had something, that he could have, been able to fight against or whatever. So I look at this guy, Peter Vlaming, as a trailblazer. I do. I look at him as a trailblazer because this needed to happen. He got fired simply because he would not bend the knee.
Yes.
That's why he got fired, because he would not bend the knee. Look, when you say that you tried to accommodate the student by calling him by his God-given name that his parents gave him, but then the student and the parents and the school tell this man that he has to use the student's pronouns.
Yes, man, come on.
They say that you have to use the student pronouns. So you telling me that calling a student by his name is not good enough? Nah.
That's correct.
So he said that he couldn't use the pronouns because sincerely held religious and philosophical beliefs that each person's sex is biologically fixed and he cannot be changed. Vlaming also said that he would be lying if he used the student's pronouns.
Come on, man.
I agree.
Right.
That's the same as if you, me, and Ayo was looking up at the sky and one of y'all or both of y'all trying to convince me that even though I'm looking up, man, you looking at the ocean. And I know I'm looking at the sky.
Right.
And you want me to agree with you that I'm looking at the ocean.
Yeah.
Right.
You got fired because you know that you looking at a male or a female, but you want me to call you what you want me to call you, and your name is not good enough? No.
Yeah, and I think the more sad part of this is while he was willing to compromise and accommodate in a way that wasn't disrespectful to the student,
right,
calling the student by their name, that wasn't even good enough. So this just tells me,
right.
I heard somebody say the other, refer to the, what we say, the alphabet community as the
bullies.
Yeah, but they refer to the alphabet community as the Lebitiqua. That's the Lebitiqua community. They were bullying him into believing or succumbing to what they want.
Exactly.
And that is not fair. So I'm also glad
and that's
that
my whole point. It's like, we don't care if you believe it or not.
Right.
Your belief about this is don't matter. What we care about if you say it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's not, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so what, you want me to protect his rights, but what about my rights? So yeah, I hope that we do see more lawsuits like this, because this right here, man, 575, and he walk away with 400, because 100 and some of that going to the attorney. Yeah, that's a win for him. That's not just a win for him though. If people take note of this, and you notice, I hadn't even seen this. This was something that you found.
Right.
I hadn't seen this.
I hadn't seen it either.
You know what I'm saying? This was something that you found. They not talking about this on the news. Why? Because too many people hear it. You understand what I'm saying?
It doesn't fit the narrative.
It's an L for the
It just didn't fit the narrative. You telling me I can go sue? Right. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And win?
Right. Let me think if I've been offended by something somebody called me. Right. In the last 25 years,
saying?
right?
Hey, little Johnny boy, if you don't sit your little self down, boy, prancing around in this classroom, boy, you better sit down.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
So this is Victor Bout. This is the Russian arms dealer who was traded for Brittany Griner. He's in the news right now because he is supposedly selling weapons to Iran-backed Houthis. He was famously traded in a prisoner swap for American basketball star Brittany Griner in December 2022. He's long been a figure associated with illegal immigration or international arms trade. Speculation about selling weapons to Iran-backed Houthi brings several important considerations to light, given his history and the geopolitical tension surrounding arms trade in the Middle East. So here's just a little bit of what we know. So he is often referred to as the Merchant of Death. And he is a former Soviet military translator turned international arms dealer. He gained notoriety for supplying weapons to conflict zones across the world, particularly Africa and the Middle East. He allegedly sold weapons to warlords, dictators, rebel groups, earning a reputation as one of the most dangerous arms traffickers in the world. There's a little bit more about his background, but I won't get into all of that.
Yeah.
Biggest thing to know right now is that he is supposedly in the news because he is back at it again. So
back at work.
Yeah, basically.
Back at work.
So with that being said, if he were involved in arming the Houthis, it could escalate the conflict in Yemen, complicate U.S.-Russian relations, and worsen the humanitarian crisis in the region. So what, if anything, or what, if any, action should the U.S. be taking right now?
What actions can they take? Like,
well, you know, America like to meddle, so
they like to meddle, but you got Netanyahu over here. Biden been telling him how long to cease fire. Has he done it yet?
Man, he ain't paying attention to that, old man.
He ain't done it yet. Netanyahu doing what he want to do. Then you got Putin over here, and I agree with Trump on this one here. When I was in office, we was at peace. He said, if I had been in office, Putin would not have done what it is that he done. I agree with that. right? So you got Sleepy Joe that's in office right now. You can't even take care of the people in your own backyard. You got Netanyahu who's supposed to listen to you that's not listening to you. Putin telling you that if you step foot over here, do anything, you're going to regret it. So you tell me, what can America do about this here? The dude is back at work. I think it's just as simple as that, man.
Right. I agree. My opinion is they better stay out. Sit this one out.
Sit this one out.
Exactly. Sit this one out, because if they don't, then unfortunately, you'll see Mission Impossible, every Mission Impossible, every James Bond, every Bourne Identity movie come to life. Like, like he is an arms dealer, and they had him locked up for a reason.
Yes, and they wanted him back for a reason.
Right. And if he is dealing arms, trust me, the United States, they may know about it, but again, you might want to sit this one out, because we'll be waking up, and on the news you'll be hearing something catastrophic that ain't necessarily a natural disaster. Doesn't happen. Just put it that way. We don't want to be in the trap house next week. So I just put it like that. US, sit this one out and just, cause you don't want to go. Y'all done already poked the bear. And like Trump said, if I was in office, right. If I was in office, this wouldn't be happening. Now y'all think y'all gonna put
come on now,
so-called female to be talking to these people?
Come on now. That all the time.
Right.
Let's be clear.
and I'm not saying that the female can't. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is somebody as Kamala's reputation. The world knows what she is reputable for. Yeah, we know as a prosecuting DA, but what was she before that? She was all over the place, just to put it like that. I just get this out.
That's exactly what they need to do. I mean, because you got to ask yourself, when they made that deal, what did they expect was going to happen? They thought that he was going. I guess they thought that American rules was going to apply to him. Or he a felon now, so he can't have no guns. So if he can't have no guns, he can't sell no weapons. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he going back to Russia. He finna get right back. Man, Putin welcomed this dude with open arms.
Right.
Think he didn't?
Yeah, he was like, I got my man back. Like that
was a major piece on the chessboard. That was not no pun.
No, and it's just crazy how we watch all these movies and see this stuff. And again, shouts to Banav and Sheer for bringing this out. The news ain't talking about this.
Ain't talking about this.
Be told to be aware. Be like, because a lot of people like, dang, I forgot all about Brittany Griner.
Yep, it did.
But here it is. We telling you to be aware. Keep us pray on it. Meditate on the Most High to keep us protected, because the big one is
Yep. All right. In other news, so this is the Mexican mayor who was recently sworn into office, and just 6 days after he was sworn into office, he was decapitated. So let's see. It says a recently elected Mexican mayor was decapitated just 6 days after taking office. The mayor's identity and specific town vary depending on the incident, but these cases typically involve local politicians, particularly those in smaller towns or regions where organized crime is rampant. I haven't heard a lot of news about this, but some of the speculation was that it was cartel influenced. It was assassination attempt or something in a his former life, something that happened. But I haven't heard a lot of news about this one either. I think I heard one little blip about it. They made a brief announcement, and then that was the end of it. You haven't heard anything else about it. But to think that a political figure, even in Mexico, could be decapitated and the U.S. not have concerns or bring it up or even make comments about it, is concerning. But my question to you guys: do you think he was targeted, and what were the reasons? Well, what were the reasons? Do you think he was targeted? Like I said, I've heard a couple, but not really a whole lot on this.
Real quick, I think he was targeted. It's right here in this article that Banath had in our notes. Someone, I don't know who said this, but it said they were young and honest officials who sought progress for their community. Mexico is a dangerous place, and we forget how dangerous the rest of the world is over here in America.
Mm-hmm.
To us, that's like unheard of that you can go cut off the head of a politician like that. This is everyday living for these people over there. And so Mexico, parts of Mexico, I'm going to say this here, and I'm not talking as if I know or as I've been there, as I lived there. I can only go by what I've read, seen, and heard, right? But Mexico is a place that is ran by the cartel. Who is backing the cartel, though? Okay, this probably get us cut off, but I'm going to tell you, the American government is backing the Mexican cartel. Okay, which means that America has a lot of influence on the politicians that is being put in place over there as well. Okay, one of the reasons why we not hearing about this on the news over here, because they want you to believe, oh, that's Mexico and that's Mexico problems. Nah, that's our problems as well. Okay. Because of the bed that we are laying in with them. This guy who got his head cut off, he was young. How old did they say he was?
I want to say, I think it was.
Thought it was in this article. But not, you can see if you can find that. Yeah, if you can find that. But he was a young guy, and I can almost guarantee you that he was a young, ambitious politician who wanted to make a change.
Yep.
Who said that he was going to do something about the drug cartels there in the town. Who said that he was going to bring some peace to the people and make things right. And you know what the cartels did? They made an example out of him.
Yeah. They said, no, that ain't happening. I told y'all, Queen of the South. Go watch that series on Netflix.
That's exactly.
What was the article we did a while back about the Mexico City? Or didn't they just choose a female president? Something like that?
President. Yeah.
So here you go again. And in the series, The Queen of the South, you had a newly come politician that was pure, trying to make a true change, that grew up in a single parent household. But then you had the career dude that was working for the cartel, getting money under the table to put agendas in place to help them. Man, they put this stuff in movies, y'all. This is it.
Yep.
So again, here he come. I'm gonna make a change. They probably follow him his whole campaign, to every speech. Get people riled up, get young people out to vote for the first time, setting community centers up to help at-risk kids before they become at risk. They was like, yo, he gotta go. And what
he gotta go.
What MO does this sound like? She just said it. The US. Sorry.
Yeah.
We might be in the trap house or the beach house next week, but that's the truth.
Exactly.
This is
because they're not they're not gonna let them mess with their money.
He was 43.
He was 43 years old. If the cartel money get messed with, guess who else's money get messed with? The US.
So the three-letter agencies.
Oh yeah, y'all trying to go to the beach house and the trap house.
The three-letter agencies that sound like their MO. And the cartel was like, yeah, put it on
he had to go.
Like anyway. And he got to go. Man,
they had that man head on WhatsApp.
That's great, bro.
They had that man head on WhatsApp on a pic.
Sell it.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Bernard mentioned it or not, but his death came just 3 days after the new city government secretary, Francisco Tapia, was shot to death.
See? Come on,
so that means that everybody that's in power over there, even a new female president, is riding to the core.
Riding to the core.
Agreed. Well, we already know what the background of a female president is over there.
Yeah.
But we won't get into that tonight. All right.
Revelation 2 and 9. Yeah.
Yep. All right, we're headed to our next music break, and this is DJ JOL Royal Praise.
In this class, we learn about true identity. We are made to be kings and queens, but He is the Almighty King of Kings. Let's keep praising Him as we stand together in real royalty.
Praise is my passion, Most High got me flattered. Speaking to my heart, the way it's moving through the patterns. Remind me of the Sabbath. Find a quiet place to rest. Read about the sun blood flowing. There's more than minstrel when I lay the text. That mean I'm covered by the blood in case you missed it. Anti-secular patterns when my rhymes are full of misfits. It's such a delightful truth that I stand on. The roar through my ocean breeze take me away like hell gone. On high ground with my tags on. Bless me from my button up down to the crispy pants that I have on. See the sun I take a glance on. Present myself a living sacrifice, something I'm glad to take a chance on. Feet skipping, we get our dance on. Walking up on high places, always on top is what we land on. Speaking life, love, and loyalty. Jake checking Harvey going hard, praising God with our royalty.
God is not a man, so he don't lie. And we gon' live forever, cause we don't die. Why you love me so, I never know why. Still screaming all praise to the Most High. And you gon' get the praise for the rest of our days. You gon' get the praise for the rest of our days. You gon' get the praise for the rest of our days. You gon' get the praise for the rest of our days. I gotta give you the praise, cause I'm the one that you saved. I was stuck in my ways like Nicholas in a cage. Going in 60 seconds, now I'm on a different page. Don't get left behind. Matthew 7:7 says, seek and you should find. Just open up the Bible and read between the lines. I'm grateful. Death for my soul, I won't compromise. Just know he coming back, but to me, ain't no surprise. God is what does his name is Emmanuel, written in the book of life. My soul, I don't plan to sell. The devil really mad, he already is damn to hell. He be talking, but don't know Jackson like Samuel. See, I've been up in that water like a wakeboard. All the lost souls is what I prayed for. Giving you the praise, cause that's what we were made for. All of my sins already been paid for. I've been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. Best believe he the king and he's coming again. I just think about what's up in his plan. Big God got the whole world up in his hand. God is not a man, so he don't lie. And we gon' live forever, cause we don't die. Why you love me so, I never know why. Still screaming all praise to the Most High. And you gon' get the praise for the rest of our days. You gon' get the praise for the rest of our days. You gon' get the praise for the rest of our days. You gon' get the praise for the rest of our days.
The King of Kings, the Alpha and the Omega, the first and last, and he's the Prince of Peace, the great I am, the God of love and grace, my Savior and Redeemer. Yeah, he's so worthy of all of my praise. No need for rocks crying out in my the name above all names. Comfort that healer, good God, you never change. You keep me hidden in the shadow under your wings and make things new. You deserve the highest praise for delivering me from the traps of the enemy and for giving me a joy in exchange for my pain, Lord. Make my praise your home and rest in place, Lord. Make my body your home and dwelling place.
God is not a man, so he don't lie. And we gon' live forever, cause we don't die. Why you love me so, I never know why. Still screaming all praise to the Most High. And you gon' get the praise for the rest of our days. You gon' get the praise for the rest of our days. You gon' get the praise for the rest of our days. You gon' get the praise for the rest of our days.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Jay dropped that in the inbox last week.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, they be coming with it, man. Jay and his crew, they be dropping that heat.
Yeah, Jay be working. He got that new TV thing over there too.
Yeah, man. And I'm appreciative he let us, the streaming on his network. Man. That's awesome. All praise. Keep putting in the work, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Beyond critical race theory. It's getting 9 in the evening, so we're gonna make this quick. But glad to be back with this. Been the past few weeks haven't been on the show, but I'm glad to be back. It's been great coming back to an awesome show, an awesome family, and one of my favorite segments of the show, fragments. The Beyond Critical Race Theory, as we know, our Truth Be Told fam, Beyond Critical Race Theory equals Beyond Critical History and Race Facts. So let's get into it. Never heard of this young man, but I'm delighted to bring this forward to you. Richard Bowie Spikes. Man, I cannot believe I've never heard of them, or I can believe it because they take this out of the history, gobble everything up, and get the credit for it. But we're going to learn together tonight. Let's go. In 1932, Richard Spikes, get this, patented the improved automatic gear shift and the automatic brake system and the turn signal that you use to drive safely to this day.
Wow.
Never heard. How did this go missed? Let's get into it. Richard Bowie Spikes was a prolific inventor with 8 patents to his name, awarded between 1907 and 1946. Primarily interested in automobile mechanics, Spikes also sought to improve the operation of items as varied as barber chairs and trolley cars. Professionally, he worked as a mechanic, a saloon keeper, and a barber, occupations that likely influenced his many later inventions. Born to Monroe and Medora Spikes on October the 2nd, 1878, exactly 100 years before your boy, Spikes came from a large family of at least 6 siblings. His younger brother, Benjamin Franklin Spikes, known as Reb, would go on to become a well-known jazz musician. The 1880 census lists his birthplace as Texas, though in later years, Spikes will report the location as actually being in Indian Territory, later called Oklahoma. In 1900s, Spikes married Lula B. Charlton. The couple had one son born in 1902. During the early 1900s, the family moved often, living in Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, before settling in California. On April 9th, 1907, while living in Bisbee, Arizona, Spikes patented, get this, a beer tapper, U.S. patent number 850070, connected to a keg. The tap used tubing to ease the release of beer from the barrel while also improving freshness over time. This technology is still in use today. That's crazy, man. Spike's next invention was for a self-locking rack for billiard cues. He received the patent on October the 11th, 1910, U.S. Patent 972-277, while living in Albuquerque, New Mexico. A decade later, on December the 14th, 1920, Spikes, now residing in Fort Bragg, California, successfully patented a trolley pole arrestor. According to the patent application, Spike's device would automatically pull down the pole when the circuit is broken to prevent the breaking of the trolley wire and injury to the pole. Man, magnificent. The Most High's people is just gifted, man. Over the next 40 years, Spikes would patent at least 7 more items, including a brake testing machine in 1921, a pantograph for conveying electrical current to trolley wires in 1923, a combination milk bottle opener and cover in 1926, a device to obtain average sample and temperatures of tank liquids for automobiles and industry in 1931, an improved gear shift transmission system in 1932, a horizontally swinging barber's chair in 1950, and finally, an automatic brake safety system in 1962 at the age of 84. Of these inventions, the best known are those related to the automotive technology. Spike's gear shifting device aimed to keep the gears for various speeds in constant mesh, enhancing the turn of the century invention of the automatic transmission. His automatic brake safety system was also significant. According to the patent application, it provided a reserve braking action in case of damage to the normal braking means and is still used in some buses as a fail-safe means of stopping the vehicle. Spikes is also widely credited with patenting an automobile signaling system, the turn signal, in the early 1910s, though a patent record has yet to be located at this time. Of course, the system was installed on a Pierce Arrow motor car. Richard Bowie Spikes died on January 22nd, 1963, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 84. Wow.
Man,
Spikes, boy.
it's amazing. How many children you say he had?
He said he had 6.
Yeah, 6 kids.
No, he only had one son.
That's what I thought. It's amazing he had that one. All that patenting he was doing. That brother go to bed and wake up with another patent. Now, that brother was patent.
That's why he only had one.
His son got a patent number.
Man, it really, during the storm, the uprooting from the storm, and I ran across this really warmed my heart. Like,
yes,
when I ran across this, I was like, wow, yeah.
What I want you to do, Ike, is I need you to email that.
Okay, yeah.
I want to go back over that my own self, man. What it seemed like to me is that this brother had a lot of stuff that he liked to do in life, and what they say out of necessity. How do they say it?
I know what you.
Yeah, we inventions come out of necessity. You know,
necessity breeds invention.
Yeah, necessity brings invention. And say, man, this brother was trying to figure out ways to make the things that he liked easier. And that goes back to what you said, Ike, that the Most High's people, because let's think about something like a turning signal. Before you even make a patent for that, you got to see a need for that.
Right.
Just think of how your mind is wrapped to be like, you know,
somebody need to know
that I'm about to make a turn.
Yeah.
Left or right to warn them. You dig what I'm saying, man?
We geniuses.
Geniuses.
Bro,
we are the salt of the earth. The kingdom is within us. And they say, that white boy said on one of them videos, me and my wife was saying we would have figured out how to make it without you. You's a lie.
But
excuse me for getting excited about that. But he don't lie.
You was a lie. I love it.
They couldn't even figure out how to build houses in Oklahoma.
Listen.
You need to cut it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That one there, man. I like that one, Knock. That was one of the best ones to say. So every time now, when I would go tell a white boy when they go buy that cake, hey, you know a brother. Hey,
you know a brother invented that, right?
Exactly.
Good grief.
Oh man, love it, love it.
All right. So our last topic for tonight is our dearly departed James Earl Jones. We talked about him last week during the Beyond Critical Race Theory. I didn't want to try and fill your shoes, Ayo, so I use it as a time to highlight him and John Amos and Dikembe Mutombo. But when you know it, shortly after he passed, there was an old video that came up, and I'm gonna see if I can get it to play. Yesterday I tried to get it to play, and it was super choppy. So y'all bear with me for a second. Let's see if I can get this up. Of course, it's not pulling up. Of course not.
Give it some time. There it is. Not it.
That's not it. Here we go.
That it. Got the volume. They hit that volume thing.
Yeah, see, this is what it was doing yesterday.
Buffering, of course.
Just buffering. So,
is it the same article I got over here?
Yes. You know, see if you can pull it up. Okay, so do y'all see that down there? Oh, Ayo's head is in the way. It says Hezekiah News. So somebody reposted this video. At any rate, basically what James Earl Jones was saying in this video is somebody asked him about Black women in general, and I think this video was from, gosh, like the early 70s, mid, late 70s or whatever. But they were asking him his thoughts on Black women, and one of the comments that he
Playing.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. Hold on.
Jim, do Black men marry white women because of the nature of Black women? I know in some of our earlier conversations you mentioned that the Black women you've met have been uptight. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'll answer the one question. What do you mean by uptight? Going toward a more militant attitude about their own identity. And in many ways are way ahead of the Black man, because I don't know why, but in many ways are replacing the Black man. There's a whole almost unfeminine aspect of the Black militant woman.
Do you find that some Black women you've known out of your personal experience blame the Black man for what happened to them in slavery even today?
Of course. If the Black man, regardless of the causes, failed to protect her, left her in a position where she had to sell herself or bargain with her body and so on. Yes, she had. There's resentment about that, but it's very complex now. You see, I think in another generation you'll get a whole crop uptight about their position in society. There are many, because I'm generalizing now, many are overreacting against Aunt Jemima, the Aunt Jemima image, the submissive Mother Earth type, unselfish, all giving, especially all giving to the white man, sexually and in the kitchen and every other way. And she's also overreacting against the problem of having to be the breadwinner, the matriarch of the house. The myth of the Black matriarch is really a myth, because she is not. It wasn't her choice. Many Black women, I'm sure, once they found this job had a certain social and political dignity to it, relished it and wielded the rolling pin, like any minority group mama would do. But no matter how much she might relish it, it wasn't her choice to begin with. She would always have preferred the Black male to have run the house, to have saved her from white rapists, white slave owners.
Why did you marry Jim? But first, do you know what Jim means by the uptightness of Black women?
Oh, yes.
You've been in the theater.
Well, I've felt it. I've sensed it with almost every Black woman that we know, whether they accept me or not. There's always a tolerance, but there's always hostility behind it. I can understand it intellectually. Thank God I didn't have to go through the process that made it occur. I happen to think it's a good thing that they're showing hostility. I think it's the only thing they can show at the moment. And I think out of the hostility, I think that's a healthy sign.
So was this a basic diss or brutal honesty? What do you guys think? Ayo, you look perplexed.
Well, because again, it's right. Like, you know, it may be truth, but I think it sometimes it's not that it's truth. It just be the wrong people saying it. Like, because you see, she tried to kind of dress it up. It's healthy to show the hostility. No, you just said almost every. That's a stretch. You didn't say 1 out of 10. Yeah, every now and then I'll face a. You said almost every black woman, and at that
she
time
encountered,
in the 70s, that she
encountered. Yes.
Right. So, are you encountering the wrong? Like, what part of like, you know what I'm saying? And for him as a actor, writer, journalist first, you would think from what he was saying, like I said, I think the delivery, and I think that's why he's getting the backlash now. Like I saw on Twitter where Black Twitter just like went off.
Destroyed him.
I hate the fact that they brought that out on him now.
Right,
you know
now.
What I'm saying? After he died.
Yeah.
It's like I told my wife, a lot of the stuff that he said, I actually agree with, but seeing him sit up there with that white woman, it made it hard to digest. It made it hard for me to be able to chew it and swallow it. Being the white guy asking him the questions while he's sitting next to the white woman. And then when the white woman got to saying it was just like a lot of chaos.
The optics
I
of it.
agree that our sisters were put in a peculiar situation.
Right.
I agree with that 100%.
Right.
It will put things was forced on them that was not asked for. I agree with that,
but yeah,
that series of questioning, and it was just hard to digest, man. I think I'd have been able to digest it more. Felt that exact same way sitting next to.
Oh my man, my mic was muted the whole time. If you was hearing me over there. But I feel like I would be able to digest it more if the roles was changed. We know Denzel is married to a sister. And
that was rolling off of Denzel.
Exactly. And he exactly would have been more palatable. It's just raw chicken, exactly. You know, that's just, it was just hard. It's like you justifying, even though what you saying, you justifying the reason why you went and married this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like those were predetermined questions. And him as an actor was looking up in the air, trying to like he was thinking about the answer. Y'all already talked about this. It just sounded like it. It just like you said, it would have been more palatable if it would like the optics of it was just off. That's like, dang man. I didn't get to hear the whole clip. That one I only listened to a few seconds, but
that's my first time listening to it. My wife was telling me about it, and
here's what I encourage you to do. Go back and listen to that clip prior to her talking. Just listen to him. Don't pay attention to her sitting on the couch. In fact, close your eyes and listen to the clip and listen to what he's.
Yeah, that's what I say. I agree with a lot of what he said. Just the visuals is what's throwing me off. You know
I get it.
Yeah.
I also have, you've turned me into a mini conspiracy theorist over here, but I really. In the back of my mind, I feel like somebody outside of our community released this video because he was a hero, if you will, in the Black community to many Black people. And they're like, oh, that's how y'all feel about him? Let me sprinkle this out there because this is an old video. I think I just looked it up. This was from 1972.
Yeah, that video older than me.
So what kind of controversy did he have going on in his life that would have warranted this video coming up right now? Oh yeah, John Amos was married to a
man. That destroyed me, Delta. When I found out he was married to a pale face.
When I seen that, I was like, "Dang, yo!" I was like, "Yo,
Maya Angelou too."
What? I didn't know that.
How you didn't know that? And she was in the house with you,
I told you, I didn't know that, boy. I didn't know they was all doing that.
And she will rise. No, you will not. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Not Maya.
So, all right. Well, we went over just a little bit tonight, but considering all the things that we talked about, all the topics we touched, and having a family member on the show tonight, I think you guys did a pretty good job. I didn't have to slap y'all back around on the topic too much. Y'all did good. I'm proud of you.
You didn't have to reel us back too bad.
Right.
No, I didn't. I ain't got to bring the timers back out on y'all just yet.
Yeah, welcome back, welcome back, Truth Be Told Flex Podcast family. We have missed y'all.
It's great.
We have. We got some good stuff lined up coming up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got Obadiah Yahoo, the R&B hook could be back soon. Like soon. We got we're gonna go over go through the rundown of Hezekiah and the Eyes to the East. Like we got some great stuff coming up.
Got some stuff coming, yo. Bill will be back 2 times because he gonna come with that special edition we gonna do.
Yeah.
And we may run that one live, man, if we can get that one to go live. And he's gonna come and promote his new album as well, Yahuwahville. So
that's gonna be great.
We got some good stuff coming up. So we want to thank Turn Up the Lights, the Light Hebrew Magazine, for stepping in, giving us the great announcements that she always do. Q Battle, how you doing, sister? How you doing? Yeah, you are always in our prayers over here. But Shaka Boom, 80.
She laughing.
We missed you. We missed the whole house of Ben Ayo.
She laughing at Bernard saying she didn't have to slap us back in the order.
Yeah. With that being said,
we have one song. We have our outro song to take us out, and this is Brit Yah with Brand New. And before I throw it out there, Twice Out.
I was born in a sin, but I won't let it when eternity is the goal. So I give you my life, give me new eyes. In exchange for the price that you pay, I lay it down in the water and I do die. Broken hearted, contrite spirit, bind up my wounds, save me, start healing needed from you, Yahusha. Watch me abide, make me brand new. Got a brand new mind, got a brand new life, got a brand new love, brand new. I go team on my side and I know they gon' ride, cause they keep it 100, brand new. Each is a night, warrior of the light, told me gotta keep running. Like the ark that floated in the water, I know he gon' keep me above it. Father, I trust you with my brothers. It's real love. We don't covet. We're not stealing. We're not killing. We just function. Broken hearted, contrite spirit. Bind up my wounds, save me. Healing needed from you, Yahusha. Watch me abide, make me brand new. I wanna love like you, brand new. I wanna serve like you, Praise Yahoo